name is Chip Daly, and I'm sitting here with Thomas Johnson, a member of the SURE program at the University of Michigan. He's here to discuss his intriguing summer research project with us. Mr. Johnson, in your own words, please describe to us your project.
Thank you, Chip. It is wonderful to be here. This summer I've been working alongside Dr. Stuart Batterman in the School of Public Health at the University of Michigan. The task was to aid Dr. Batterman in the research of traffic flow volumes and patterns. Our main goal is to study traffic data and apply our findings to a scientific paper that can be used in other research to estimate traffic volumes. These estimates could then be used in air quality models in urban settings. The data that I was looking at was from several different traffic counting methods. These different methods included weigh in motion, radar, detection, inductive loops, just to name a few. The data from these counting systems was then compiled and studied to uncover its patterns.
What specific patterns did you find in your research?
It was apparent that there were two patterns, a pattern on the weekday and a different pattern on the weekend. The weekday pattern consisted of a two-hump system. The first hump, or spike in traffic, occurred in the morning, usually around 7 to 9 a.m. This is what we refer to as the morning rush. Another spike occurred between 4 and 6 p.m., otherwise referred to as the afternoon rush. Weekend traffic, on the other hand, followed a single hump pattern. The traffic would gradually increase from the wee hours of the morning until approximately 3 p.m., where it would peak and then degrade. The appearance of the one-hump pattern was smooth, while the two-hump pattern had drastic fluctuations.
In what locations were these counting devices implemented?
The data that we were looking at was mainly from the Metro Detroit area. Most of the major roads were studied: I-94, I-96, I-75 and 275, M24, M10, and M39. Close attention was paid to the I-96 site near Eliza Howell Park. A new radar detection device was being used in this location. Traffic data from this new technology would not only count the number of vehicles passing the site, but also categorize the data by length of the vehicle. This allowed us to study traffic patterns by size of the vehicle.
What was uncovered by this new technology?
It was found that most of the vehicles followed the two-hump pattern on the weekdays and the one-hump pattern on the weekend. However, the largest class of vehicles longer than 60 feet, typically semis, followed a different pattern during the week. Semi-traffic would reach its maximum during the middle of the day between peaks of the other traffic classes.
What other analyses did you perform, and what were your findings?
I also executed a holiday analysis. For this analysis, I looked at the data from the federal holidays and compared the traffic volumes on the holidays to previous and subsequent traffic flows on the same day of the week. The federal holidays that I studied were New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, George Washington's birthday, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day. Of the 10 holidays, New Year's Day, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day all saw a significant reduction in traffic flows. The other 4 holidays saw little to no reduction in traffic, and in some instances, an increase in traffic. I also carried out a bridge day analysis. This analysis looked at the days either before or after the holiday. For instance, if the holiday was on a Monday, the bridge day would be on a Tuesday, or if the holiday was on a Thursday, the bridge day would be on a Friday. The only bridge day that saw a dramatic drop in traffic volume was the day after Thanksgiving.
Those are some very interesting findings, Mr. Johnson. Thank you for sharing them with us here. We only have a few minutes left, but while in the lab, did you conduct any other kind of experiments?
You are very welcome, Chip. Yes, while in the lab, I also performed some experiments on devices called optical particle counters, or OPCs for short. OPCs are machines used to, as their name describes, count the number of particles in the air. I worked with another member of the lab team, Dr. Chris Godwin. We put together several experiments to check the longevity and accuracy of the OPCs. A flow test was performed using a dry cal flow meter to check that the incoming flow to the OPC was in an appropriate range. A zero particle test, span check, and longevity tests were also done. It was found that of the 17 OPCs in the lab, 15 were in good working condition.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Johnson. You heard it here first. From News Channel 7, I'm Chip Daly, and that's the way the traffic flows.